Hi, you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. So, today I want to review the Phoebe eyeshadow palette from Revolution Makeup. It is the brand's latest collaboration with the iconic Friends TV show. I just had to pick this one up because I found this to have the most unique color story amongst all the other items in the collection. You can see a little snapshot of how the palette looks like in the outer packaging here. The entire palette is quite compact and the packaging has a beautiful purple hue which reminds me of the frame that's hung in Monica's room in the TV show. I got this palette on Myntra. It retails for 950 rupees and has a shelf life of 3 years. You can also find this palette on sites like Amazon and Nykaa. So let's go ahead and see what the actual eyeshadow palette looks like on the inside. The design on the eyeshadow palette is exactly the same as what you see on the outer packaging. Unlike the packaging, which is made up of paper, the palette seems to be made up of a sturdy cardboard material. It is quite solid and does not feel flimsy at all. I think you're getting a good deal for the money that you're paying in terms of the quality of packaging. On the reverse, there is a grid of all the shade numbers. There are also markings of those eyeshadows which are pressed pigments, and these are 1, 2, 6 and 7. The size of the palette is great to travel with and it feels really smooth and soft to touch. I'm liking the packaging so far. While opening the palette, I noticed it has a magnetic closure. This is great because it will help keep your palette safely secured if you're putting it in your bag and moving around with it. I was pleasantly surprised to see a cute little mirror inside. I think this is a great addition. The quality of the mirror seems to be pretty nice too. The palette also has a sheer cover over the eyeshadows and pigments. It's got tapes on the sides. I'm gonna keep the tape on one side so that I can put it back on after I'm done using the palette. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you get a clear look at all the shades. This is primarily a cool toned palette with a few neutrals. It's got beautiful shimmers like Smelly Cat, Triplet, Flaky, Bike, which is a beautiful powder blue, and Litsy. We also have a few matte shades like these, and this pop of color called Lobster, which is a matte with a little bit of sparkle to it. And finally, the most exciting shade in the palette is this one called Science Boy, which seems like pure pressed glitter. It's just so pretty. So let's go ahead and swatch each of these and see how they perform on my skin. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying the review so far. Also, stay tuned till the end to see a makeup look that I created using this palette. Yay, we've finally reached the part of the video where I swatch the shades. The shade names are so iconic, they connect so well with Phoebe's character in the Friends TV show. Starting with Smelly Cat, it is a shimmer formula and it looks like what is a rosy gold champagne. It feels soft to touch. Ooh, look at that shine. Just so you know, this video is being filmed in broad daylight so you can tell how the shades look on your skin during the day. Smelly Cat applies a little sheer, so I'm going in with the second coat to see if I can get it to look more opaque. I do like the sheerness of it. I think this is a shade you can wear as a brow bone highlight or in the inner corner of your eyes. It'll also work as a great cheek highlighter. The next shade, Lobster, is the only bright pop of color in the palette. It looks matte, but when applied, there is a bit of sheen to it. Lobster is also more pigmented than the previous shade. I would recommend going in with your finger to apply the shimmer shades, as your fingers can pick up the pigments better than a brush. The third shade, Triplet. I don't know if it's a coincidence that it's a third shade or I don't know. But this is so pretty. It is a purpley pink shimmer. It applied very smoothly and this is just one coat. I think the pigment is amazing. The next shade, Ice, is a neutral brown. I do think it's a little weird to name this shade Ice. It's a pure matte formula and you can wear this in your waterline or use it as a transition shade. You can also use this to create a soft smoky eye look. I think this is one of those must-have colors in an eyeshadow palette. Moving on to the next shade, Litsy. It is a shimmery warm tone gold. It's a great shade to wear all over your eyelid or even use as a highlighter. As you can see, it's very pigmented. The next shade, Buffet, is one of my personal favorites. It is a pure matte formula and it's got the most beautiful mauvey lilac hue. It does look a little grayish on my skin tone, so I would recommend going in with a lighter base on your eyelids so that you can make this color really pop. I also just noticed how beautiful the shimmer shades look in the sunlight. Look at that, you guys. So gorgeous. We've reached the final row and now we have Science Boy, which is the most fun shade in the palette. It's a pure pressed glitter. If you're looking for a silvery glitter for your eyes, I think you may have just found it. I'm not using a glitter glue or primer and it's swatched pretty nicely. I would recommend using your fingers or a very narrow brush to apply this on your eyelids. The next shade, Bike, is a shimmery powder blue. It's definitely one of a kind. On application, it goes on quite smoothly. I'm quickly reminded of the formula in Smelly Cat. The consistency of the shimmers in these two shades is very alike. I'm going to go in with the second coat of Bike to see if I can get the powder blue to pop a little bit more. This definitely does the trick. Use the shade all over your eyelid or in the inner corner of your eyes. You can even have a little bit of fun by using it as an icy blue highlighter on your cheeks. We've reached the final shade and that is Litsy. I think the shade name perfectly encapsulates Phoebe's character in the TV show. Litsy is a shimmery warm bronze and it goes on like butter. It's definitely one of the most pigmented shades of the lot in the palette. So that is it. I think The palette did great, and I would definitely approve of getting this palette if this is in your budget. Some of the shades like the bronze and the gold, they look really pretty in the sunlight because they catch the light and sparkle so nicely. Here's another look of the shades in direct sunlight. Even though this is a cool toned and neutral palette, I think they look really nice on warm skin tones. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like promised, here is an eye look that I created using 3 shades: Buffet, Science Boy and Litsy. It was pretty simple and I really liked the outcome. Let me know what you guys think, and consider subscribing to my channel if you like this video, and share this video with your friends if it is helpful for anyone. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.